This time, the producers didn't let it slide. They issued a termination notice. Since it was late, they told her to pack up and leave first thing in the morning. I didn't argue. I knew Chloe would use the remaining time to pull something else. The tighter the deadline, the more pressure she'd feel, and the more mistakes she'd make. That night, the group dispersed early because of the drama. I deliberately pestered Mom to take me outside to count stars. Soon enough, I saw a thin figure by the hotel corridor window. Someone couldn't wait. Hook, line, and sinker. Mommy, let's go find Daddy. Can you start a live stream? I want everyone to see Daddy reading me a bedtime story. Bedtime stories were our family ritual. Tonight was Dad's turn. Considering I fell downstairs and almost got poisoned today, Mom didn't lecture me about privacy. She played along and started the stream. I held the phone, my little legs pumping fast. Hi, brothers and sisters. Want to hear a story with Summer? The comments praised my parents for spoiling me, asked about my health, and laughed at my precociousness. Soon, I led Mom to quietly ambush Dad's room. Mommy, let's sneak in. We'll scare Daddy with the fans. Mom laughed and tiptoed along with me. We snuck to the bedside. I jumped up and slapped the light switch. And there, 2 million viewers came face to face with Chloe, wearing risque lingerie. In the dead silence, I let out an ear-piercing scream. Why is the weird auntie naked? Why is she wearing bunny ears? Scary! Mom covered my eyes and started kicking Dad, who was in the bed. Jason, get up! Dad swayed but didn't react. My heart went cold. Oh no! The weird auntie killed Daddy! Mom realized something was wrong and called the medics. Checkup result. Dad was in a coma from an overdose of sleeping pills. And the source of the pills. Everyone looked at Chloe. Chloe was taken away by the police for investigation before she could even explain. A few days later, the results were out. Chloe drugged Dad and stole his keycard, planning to create a scandal to force his hand. The news nailed her to the cross of shame. She became the most hated female celebrity of the year, bar none. Her career was over. Contracts were canceled due to the morality clause. She was drowning in debt. I finally breathed a sigh of relief, hugging my parents tight. In this life, I won't lose you again. Amidst the praise, I looked at the defeated Chloe. Apologized to me, and we'll forget about it. Chloe clenched her fists so hard her nails dug into her palms. But even so, she knew she had to bend. I'm sorry. I smiled politely. Seeing me forgive her, no one else pressed the issue. But this sealed her fate. She apologized, which meant she admitted to bullying a child. She vowed to stay on the show, but to the world, that bow was a confession. Chloe would never escape the label of a child abuser. Forevermore, people would remember her as the woman who pushed a kid down the stairs because threats didn't work. Just thinking about it felt good. The show went on. My parents comforted me, checked for injuries, and went back to cooking. This time, they were smarter. They sat me on a little stool right by the kitchen door. I swung my legs, and soon enough, I spotted a sneaky Chloe. She was holding a beautifully wrapped bento box, smiling at me with sinister intent. Meeting my gaze, she forced her expression into a twisted, ugly smile. Sweetie, Auntie doesn't know what I did to make you misunderstand me. Look, Auntie made you pudding. Try it. Consider it Auntie's apology, okay? I smiled back. It didn't reach my eyes. Sure. I snatched the pudding and ran toward my parents on my short legs. Look, the weird auntie made me pudding. Yay! It's mango flavor. Hearing mango, my parents' faces went pale. They abandoned the stove and lunged at me. Don't eat it. You're allergic to mango. I stopped immediately and spat the pudding out obediently. That's so weird. The weird auntie knows I'm allergic. Why did she give it to me? Oh my gosh, is she trying to hurt me? My parents turned green. They unleashed hell on Chloe. Are you sick in the head? The production notes clearly state Summer is allergic to mango. Feeding her allergens on purpose? You're trying to kill her. Summer is 4. How did a child offend you so much that you'd push her downstairs and then poison her?